In the land of the ancestors, there is a story that must be told. A story of love, of hope, of pain, and of choices that change destinies. It is the story of a child who came into the world carrying the weight of blood that betrayed him. His name was Chika, and his life reminds us of one thing, that before we choose love, we must choose wisdom.
When Chika was born, his cries were like music to his parents' ears. Ubi, his father, held him high and declared, "My son will grow strong, he will farm the land, he will continue my lineage." His mother, Neka, wept tears of joy as she cradled him to her chest. The whole village came to celebrate. They sang, they danced, and they blessed the child. To them, Chika was the promise of a brighter tomorrow.
But not long after, shadows crept into their joy. Chika was not like the other children. While his mates crawled and played in the dust, he cried endlessly. His small body twisted with pains no one could explain. His mother watched with worry. At night, when other homes were filled with silence, theirs echoed with the wails of a child fighting an unseen battle.
Obi and Neka carried him to the town hospital. After many tests, the doctor looked at them with pity. He said, "Your child has what we call sickle cell disease. His blood is not like others. His blood cells fight against him. He will face many pains, and you must be strong for him." The words fell like thunder. They had never heard of such a sickness. All they knew was that their beloved son was marked by suffering.
From that day, their lives changed forever. Medicines became part of their daily routine. Hospitals became their second home. Obi sold goats and yams to pay for treatments. Neka tied wrappers and hawked goods at the market just to buy drugs. They prayed at shrines, fasted in churches, and tried herbs from healers. Nothing stopped the pain for long. Chika's childhood was not one of laughter and games, but of hospitals and tears. Each crisis was like fire burning through his bones. Chika would scream and roll on the floor, clutching his arms and legs. His mother would hold him tight, whispering, "My son, you will not die, you will live." His father would stand helplessly, face clenched, eyes full of tears he tried to hide. For a parent, there is no greater wound than watching your child suffer while your hands are powerless. The night became the greatest enemy of Chika's household. When other children closed their eyes and drifted into dreams, Chika's cries pierced the silence. His body twisted in pain, his small hands clenched as if fighting an unseen enemy. His mother would rush to his side, her wrapper loosely tied, tears falling uncontrollably. His father would sit by the doorway, powerless, his manhood crushed by helplessness. No herbs could calm the storm. No medicine could bring lasting peace. Only fleeting moments of relief before another round of torment. The villagers began to talk. Some said Chika was an ogbonje, a changeling, a spirit child who had come only to torment his parents. Others whispered that he was cursed, born to repay the sins of his ancestors. His parents, however, rejected these claims. To them, he was not a curse. He was their son, their joy, their miracle. But still, the whispers grew louder, cutting through their hearts like sharp thorns. Obi, Chika's father, labored harder than ever. From dawn until dusk, he worked in the scorching sun, farming, carrying heavy loads, taking menial jobs in distant towns. He hopes that with money he could buy medicine strong enough to silence the screams of his child. But each coin earned seemed to vanish into hospitals, herbs and treatments that never lasted.
poverty deepened, but his love never wavered. One evening, when the harmattan winds blew cold, Chika looked at his mother and whispered, "Mama, why am I always in pain? Why can't I run with the other children?" His mother's lips trembled. She wanted to tell him it was just a passing sickness, but the truth hung heavy in her throat. She forced his smile and said, "Because you are special, my son. The strongest trees face the hardest storms." And Chika, with innocence only a child could carry, believed her. As years passed, Chika's body grew weaker. His bones became frail. His energy drained quickly. The once lively boy who dreamed of climbing trees and becoming a great hunter now spent most of his days lying on mats, staring at the ceiling, fighting silent battles within his blood. His laughter grew rare. His cries became familiar. It happened on a moonless night. The pain struck harder than ever before. Chika's screams shook the hut. His parents rushed to his side, holding his tiny body as if their touch could chase away death itself. His breathing grew shallow. His eyes rolled back, and in one final whisper he said, "Mama, Papa, don't cry. I will rest now." And just like that, silence. The silence they had prayed for, but not this kind. His spirit had left, their world shattered. The village gathered under the giant Iroko tree. Some pitied, some judged, others whispered. But Obi and Nneka stood over the small mound of earth where their only son lay. They wept until their voices cracked. The mother tore her wrapper. The father beat his chest. Life had stolen their joy, leaving only dust and memories. But before the crowd dispersed, Obi stood, his voice trembling, yet filled with strength. He said, "My people, do not let this happen to you. Before you marry, go and check your blood. Love is not enough. Passion is not enough. Only wisdom can save your children. We loved, but we did not test. And today, the soil has swallowed our only child." The crowd fell silent. His words pierced their hearts. And so Chika's story became a warning, a mirror for all who wished to see. For many years, mothers told it to their daughters, fathers told it to their sons. The story of the child who fought a war within his own blood. The story of love blinded by ignorance. The story that whispered, "Before marriage, know your blood, so that your children may live." Moral lesson: true love is not just about emotions. It is about wisdom, responsibility, and foresight. The greatest gift you can give your children is life free from unnecessary suffering. Test before you marry.